Today, I'm critiquing the part 2 of one of the best hillside properties, and then I'm gonna give it an Arvin score at the end of the video, so if you ever decide to build a property like this, you won't make the same mistakes. Let's watch this video together.
Let's go check out the rest of the backyard, and I mean, look at these views. Our infinity edge pool, and it is a little cloudy right now, but earlier today, the weather and views were absolutely phenomenal, so I'm sure we have some incredible shots, but I want to bring everybody to this section so we can talk about the area that we're in.
Okay, before we do that, let's talk about the views. We call this a queen necklace view, except this necklace doesn't have that many diamonds. Let me explain. A perfect queen necklace view would be 50% land, 50% sea, and you clearly see the sand, you see the water breaking down on the sand, and that makes it full diamond studded necklace. This one is great, except your angle is a little bit farther back. You only see a little bit of sand behind where Enes was standing. Overall though, this is a really, really good view. It's much better than a direct ocean view. Why? Because at nighttime, you also get city views.
And this backyard is so grand. You have so much outdoor space, lounging areas. It is absolutely phenomenal. I just love how the landscaping is pretty much hugging this property. We also have over 4,000 square feet of marine grade teak decking throughout. Again, it's all about making the outdoors as usable as possible.
And they have. Pay attention to how much width you have from where the daybed ends and the pool starts. That's very comfortable. And this is like the pool area. You get a very big grass area at a half floor lower, which he's going to show us later.
More open lounging beds. Again, great outdoor space. We covered the dining area earlier. And now let's go downstairs so we can check out this soccer field.
Come on. Like, this is really impressive. First of all, I love the fact that it's really a half floor down. It's not like 2 sets of stairs to get down. So it's more reachable, right? And if you come closer to the edge, you get to actually see it. Now, I don't know how practical it is to actually play soccer here because you're going to lose a lot of balls. But overall, for any type of activity, throwing the ball around, playing with your kids, kids running around, it's a fantastic area.
Look at the views you get. And the size of this outdoor space is pretty spectacular. You have some built-in planters here, built-in seating on the other side. You can see the house behind me. I think I'm out of words. I don't think we've seen a space like this in a hillside home here in California. I think the best comparison I can come up with to a space like this is the tennis court that we saw on top of James Goldstein's property in Beverly Hills.
No, that was really different because that tennis court didn't interact and connect with the rest of the outdoor areas or the house itself. As to this soccer field is in a sequential order of experience when you come through the property. You go through the house, then you have a very large and interactive decking area, a swimming pool, an outdoor dining area. And then as you get forward, you go closer to the view, you see really inviting staircase taking you down to this lower level. So it's really interacting and connecting with the property in a way easier way. And I love it. But what's even better is the fact that you take another sets of stairs, not that many, you kind of break the distance with this half floor to get to the gym. You'll see it in a few minutes.
It took the homeowners 6.5 years to build this home. And if you look at the neighboring properties on this ridge, you'll realize that this property maximizes its lot way more than the other properties.
And for that reason, it hasn't sold. It certainly is the A+ house in a B+ neighborhood. It completely dwarfs its neighbors. You can tell they're like push the envelope to get the most out of the lot, and they've done a really, really good job in doing so. But it's one of the main reasons why it hasn't sold. I did a price evaluation in part 1. You can check it after this video.
All right, follow me this way. We have more to see. This is the other side of that infinity edge pool, which serves as a water feature. And then we have the staircase here taking us down to the gym. This has to be one of the coolest spaces within the property. Great ceiling height, so much gym equipment, rubberized floors. And what I like about this space is the fact that it is fully open to the outdoors, and they have these slidable shutters, and these are also louvers, so you can let natural light in. This is actually the fixed center section, or you can just close it off and wait till you see the views on the other side. And then coming here, we have some infrared heaters, TV on this side, dumbbells. This is a really cool gym.
It really is. The fact that it's indoor, outdoor, and you actually get views, it's absolutely insane. Somebody could even turn this into a really amazing spot, and that would make sense too.
All right, now let's go check out the second floor of this property and look at this bridge, how it takes you to the left wing. In fact, Cody, can we lower the camera for a second? It's actually sloped towards this direction. That way, when you're leaving that wing, you have a little bit of a momentum.
Okay.
Everything in this house was built with intention. In fact,
Get out of here. Are you trying to tell me that was on purpose? Like it's a benefit? Come on. You can't turn everything into a positive. This must have been an issue. There's no freaking logical reason I can think of to putting a downslope bridge over here. It must have been a miscalculation somewhere or settling. I have no idea.
and now let's take everybody this direction so we can check out this amazing open space. This is a lounge area for the kids. We have a table set up right in the center, built-in bench over there with the computers, great light. Let's not forget the small seating area there as well.
This is a really good size upstairs living area. And most impressively, it's on the kids' wing, on this side of the bridge. On the other side, you get the primary bedroom. Now, you remember in part one when we were looking at the facade and these two volumes were sticking out? It was because of this. You see, all these 10 principles affect each other. There's no such a thing as a perfect home. The art of making a perfect home is knowing when you tweak one element, how it affects the other one, and can you fix it? And that's what I do in my inner circle, right? That's how I bring in elements that I know if I make a change over here, we have to make a sacrifice on the other side, but I have a solution for it. I know how to fix it and not make sure it affects the resale value of the property.
Now we have 3 bedrooms on this side. We're gonna check this one out first. And in case you're wondering, this is the secondary staircase that connects back to the kitchen that we pointed out earlier. Skylight, and let's go right in to this spacious bedroom. What I like about this room is the fact that we have a built-in platform that's raised and it holds the king-size bed to the left, really nice comfortable lounging area to the right, and there's also this leather back wall and all these cool decorations. This is a really, really unique room, and I just love the setup.
I do too. I always wanted one of these growing up.
Where did you grow up, man? I didn't even know this existed. When I was a kid. Like the bed has a nursery bed. It's cool though. It's like a lounge area and a bed. The volume of this room is amazing. But what the big negative is, you've got the ridge above you looking into it. And if you remember in part one, I gave a correction for this setup to be able to put those beautiful louvers. They should have continued with that. So you can give a lot more privacy to these bedrooms that are facing the street and not the view.
We also have a good sized desk here, and Cody, follow me this way so we can check out the bathroom. Beautiful vanity to our left with concrete countertops as well as the backsplash. Skylight is bringing natural light, and the built-in tub and walk-in shower area is actually nice and open.
No, that's not good. First of all, you're going to freeze under the shower because you have no space to keep the heat, and water is going to get everywhere. And the finishes really drop. Now, I understand you can lower the standards for the kids' bedrooms. I don't think it affects the resale value significantly, but definitely it's going to get points deducted when I'm scoring the finish score over here.
Now, let's go back to the center lounge section again so we can tour the bedrooms on the other side. Again, I'm gonna keep the tour here nice and short. To our left, we have another bedroom suite that comes with its own bathroom, faces the back of the home where we have the ocean views, and we have the third bedroom suite on this side. This one also has a really cool bathroom with a concrete countertop, beautiful walk-in shower.
Dude, this is a YMCA bathroom, dude. Come on. How is this luxury now? They cheaped it out, okay? On the secondary bedrooms, kids' bedrooms, they cheaped it out.
And then you flow straight to the bedroom. Hardwood floors.
Look at all the soccer balls. They knew the problem they were gonna have, losing the balls. The dad just went on Amazon. It's like, okay, do you sell these in 48s or 24 packs? Got every color. He's like, I'm not going after every neighbor, every ball that drops over to pick it up. I'll just buy you the balls.
And of course, the room is flooded with natural light. We have the sliding glass doors here opening up to a really nice back-facing balcony, Pacific Ocean views. It's a really nice bedroom suite.
What's really impressive here is how many living areas and bedrooms get the view. That's what's impressive here. You get 2 bedrooms on this side, primary bedroom on this side, then office downstairs, and your main living area and your foyer, which functions as your formal living space at the same time. It's absolutely amazing. It's really, really cool. A lot of times you would see a view property that is really narrow lot, and you get a living room and maybe a primary bedroom on top, and then the rest of the bedrooms are facing the wrong way, and that's never good.
But now we got to jump back to the landing so we can continue our tour with the primary bedroom suite, which is behind these double doors. So we have a small landing area here. To our left, we have the bedroom itself, and the first thing you see as you walk in is the Pacific Ocean. And I love the elevation of this property. Think about it. We are close enough to the beach where we can see the waves breaking, but we're also far enough that we cannot really hear the hustle and bustle of the city. At the same time, we're high enough to get this nice open view corridor. We have this beautiful hillside here. This view is amazing. I feel like I can touch to the Pacific Ocean, but at the same time, you get this generous open view and you can enjoy it from your balcony.
He forgot the best part. The sun sets right there for you. It's a west-facing property, so you're going to get a beautiful sunset view. A sunset view is worth a lot more than a sunrise view. Why? Because you see it a lot more, okay? And this is absolutely perfect.
This house was built to be lived in. This house was built to be enjoyed, and you can feel it in every single moment. And being on this balcony, looking at this view, it's priceless. It really, really is.
What do you mean it's priceless? If it was priceless, it would have sold. It hasn't sold. In fact, views is one of the biggest things where people overpay. A lot of times they go to, a forest location and they see a jungle view and they're like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Every other house has the same view. Like you get excited, right? Like views are so emotional. And if you position the property to capitalize on the view, you get it always a great premium. But if you're want to be a savvy buyer or a developer or builder, and don't want to lose money in this, you really got to subscribe and watch me how I dissect every view so you don't overpay for it, because it's highly emotional and you can make mistakes. There's no such a thing as a priceless view, okay? There's a price for every freaking view. You just got to know what you're getting.
We got to pull everybody back to the bedroom. Again, the king size bed is to our left. There's also a nice fireplace here, TV, some built-ins. And now let's go back to the landing again, because on the other side, we have the primary bathroom. Just like the rest of the house, this room is very spacious. We also have polished concrete floors here. And I don't think I mentioned earlier, these floors are heated, which is really nice. And then we have this beautiful vanity here, vein matched cabinetry.
That looks just like your kitchen, doesn't it? It looks just like the kitchen. On the bathrooms, they held it back. I don't think they've made a mistake here, okay? They played it safe. They didn't spend much money. They kept it very kind of that mid-century-ish look. But the space is great. The volume of the bathroom is really good.
Beautiful vanity moment here. And then on the other side, we have the freestanding tub, open shower, and an outdoor shower. But before we check out these spaces, I want to point out something. We have a massive walk-in closet here, and obviously I want to respect the owner's privacy. I don't want to go in there, but you have plenty of space for you to store your clothes if you need to.
And you have your neighbor looking directly inside your closet while you're changing. Do you see how that redesign of the front facade would have really helped with these privacy issues? And that would have really taken them in the direction of, kind of a Spanish Ibiza modern villa, which is really Mediterranean and match the landscape and the view dynamic elements of it. It would have fit way better than this really typical, ugly looking modern structure.
Coming back to the freestanding tub, nice and elegant, looks beautiful against this back wall, but we gotta go inside of this walk-in shower, which is flooded with natural light. I almost need sunglasses here.
Literally.
And you have a built-in bench, rain head, shower head, steam feature, and it faces your outdoor shower, which in my opinion is even more exciting. We saw the outdoor shower on the first floor guest suite. Let's check out this one. It is nicely tucked to the side of the property, so it's super private. You have a rain head here, and they also brought the same vertical siding detail to this side. And going this way, we have a really cool hot tub or a cold plunge, depending on what you want to use it for.
This is absolutely amazing. I would have wished for a dry sauna here, but I guess a steam sauna feature in your shower would do. That's a cold plunge, I believe, and you get views while you're naked taking that outdoor shower, and you have complete privacy. What an impressive property. I mean, the layout in itself, the amount of indoor-outdoor flow, the bedroom placement, upstairs living area, amazing. Okay, let's give it an Arvin score. Location. Look, it's really good, but it's not the best spot in La Jolla, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Lot quality. Look, the natural flat area of the property is not that much. You can see that from that aerial footage where they showed the neighbor. You probably had as much as them, but they've put a lot of case on, spend a lot of money, and for that reason, I'm going to give them a 6. Lot utilization. You don't have a private driveway, but you did have a good setback from the street. You have no side setbacks. You have a pretty good backyard because they extended it. I'm going to give it another 6. Privacy. We have an issue. Look, no one looked into the property from the backyard, okay? It was perfectly private. But then you had 2 neighbors on each side with no side setbacks. They can hear you. And then you had a house, had a direct line of sight to your closet and your kid's bedroom. And for that reason, I have to give it a 5. Lot orientation. It's west facing, but that H-shaped design of the property, it gives you a lot of corners where you get double exposure as well. So I think this property is going to be really lit. You even had skylights in the second floor. I'm going to give it an 8. Architectural style. I think this property had a potential to get an 8 if they really followed that Spanish modern Marbella vibe. I think it would have fit perfectly into this location, into the topography, into the view, into the vibe and energy. They decided to go with a really modern, ugly facade, and for that reason I have to give him a 6. Views. This is really, really good. It's a queen necklace view where the hillside kind of drops into it as well, so you get a little bit of Amalfi Coast in there, but then you didn't get the diamonds, you didn't get that sand, you didn't get that wave break throughout the whole arc of the bay. It's a 9.5. Layout. What an incredible layout. You had the wow factor when you walked in, the connectivity of that foyer to the outdoor that made it a formal living space, but also function as your foyer. And then how that space so effortlessly connected to your family area and your kitchen, where you had the best location in the house for everyday use. Then you had a secondary bedroom downstairs away from the family quarters. You had an office which was a little bit misplaced, and then you had 4 bedrooms upstairs with a landing area. It's an absolute 10. But that layout caused the architectural score to go down the toilet. And that's why I do my inner circle. I really believe if they would have hide that facade, that vibe, this house is so emotional that if you would have had all the notes perfectly tuned, you could get that stupid buyer who doesn't follow my channel, comes in and pays $5-10 million overpriced because it's from out of town. He doesn't know what's going on and he just pays it and then he finds out later. But this is a highly emotional property, and I really think the facade was really holding it back because the layout, it just made sense on every single level, and that's why it gets a 10. Scale and volume. Look, the second floor ceiling heights could have been taller, but all the rooms were excellently proportional to each other, and for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8. Finishes. Look, they didn't really screw it up, but it wasn't bespoke. They hopped around between mid-century and industrial, which I think it was a mistake. And also, they cheaped out on a lot of the bathrooms. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 6.5. Now, this is the Arvin score, and my name is Arvin Haddad. I help people avoid making mistakes when they buy or build their dream home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comments. And if you like this video, here's a modern home done right. Check it out. It's also in San Diego.